I've designed an adorable treat with a Stampin' Up! Haunt You Later stamp set, and I have a great tip for decorating with the popular spiderweb doilies. Come and watch! I found this big mug in the autumn home decor aisle at Rite Aid for 50% off and thought, oh, this will be so much fun to fill with an assortment of candy and decorate for Halloween. And so I'm using the Stampin' Up! Haunt You Later stamp set, and we're going to do some watercoloring. So I'm starting with some thick Whisper White cardstock and the new Basic Black Archival Stampin' Pad. Push, flip, lock that lid into place. And so I'm so glad to have a large stamp pad again so I can ink up without turning the pad over. Alright, so we've got her inked up, looking good. Let's go ahead and stamp. Oh, love the bold black lines. And look, my girlfriend couldn't get over it. She was so thrilled. So now we're ready to start watercoloring. And I have Elegant Eggplant Classic Stampin' Pad. I'm going to push with the palm of my hand, pushing that pad, the stamp pad, into the lid to get color in there. Alright, so now I have a paper towel and my aqua painter with some water in it. We're going to squeeze to get the water going and to make sure I got it cleaned off after I used it last time. And we'll come in here and pick up some color and start coloring in her dress. Love watercoloring, love the look, love how peaceful it is. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 14 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. There we go. So a couple reasons for the thick Whisper White cardstock. One was I wanted the bold black lines you get from using Stampin' Up! Cardstock, the crisp lines. Look at that. And then with the thick, it's sturdier, has more body to it, so it's better for watercoloring. It's not going to warp on me like the just the regular Whisper White cardstock would do. Alright, so that means I can make my colors deeper because I have down the wash. Now I can come in with and some heavier and do some shading, right? And it just takes the water better. Looking really, really good. Okay, so now I have a tip for you. Typically when you use a permanent black ink, it wants to turn purple on you. So what we're going to do instead is use my many marvelous markers. I'm going to get out my basic black. I was thinking about my case. I have been using this for over 14 years. It's gone to countless Stampin' Up! Parties and been used by everybody. And it's still in fantastic shape. So what we're going to do here is take the brush end of the marker and scribble on a non-porous surface. I'm using a clear mount block. Now I'm using the side. Let's not squish down the end, and let's just do the side. Alright, because we just want some color on there. So I did clean that. Let's go over here. This is now our palette, and pick up some color and start coloring in our hat. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Fantastic. And so now we have black and not purple, and not so black. I mean, that's going to sound funny, but not so black that we lose our lines either. You want to be able to see the lines. Alright, so I have some more watercoloring to do on this, but I have another tip that you're going to love with the doilies, so I want to move on, and we are going to cut her out. So what I've done, okay, it's just so hard. I love watercoloring so much. It's so hard to stop, but I'm going to. So what I've done is I have one almost all colored and started cutting it out. But I wanted to show you how awesome the paper snips are. They have these nice points where you can get in where you need, small enough to hold on to, and you can just get in here and do this detail cutting so easily. Look at this. My husband, when he first saw these, he says, those are $40 scissors. I said, well, they may be the quality of $40 scissors, but they're only $10 with Stampin' Up! And so they just make it easy to get in here and do this nice close-up cutting. So what I did next was attach one of the spiderweb doilies to the side of my mug with mini glue dots. And then my little witch in the center. Adorable. But what I noticed with this just in my craft room, hadn't moved anywhere when I was finishing designing it, the side, these little tips were getting bent all over, and I thought, wow, that's going to have a tough time making it from my craft room to the car to give it to whoever I'm going to. And I thought, boy, I wish they were just a little bit stiffer. And I thought, boy, it's too bad I don't have a die, because I could do another one and put some, cardstock behind it and put it on there. And as much as I love the new fine tip glue, the idea of putting glue on and putting two of those together to get them stiffer, I thought, oh, no, I'm not up for that. And so I thought, I definitely want it stiffer. And then I remembered spray starch. Let's give this a try. And so I started with the back because I didn't want the color to bleed, all right? And so you can just let it air dry, but of course I wasn't patient. I wanted to see if it worked. I got out my heat tool. The first is for the drying, the second's for embossing. Hey, let's go for the embossing. I'm just wanting to dry this. Alright, I can see I didn't hit the center right there, but that wasn't as big of a concern for me as these tips were. Those beautiful, beautiful tips. Alright, and so let's encourage this along. We'll help it out. And another thing I liked about this, it was warping it. I put the heat so high and got it wet. It was warping the spider web, and I'm liking that a lot, so it wasn't just laying flat. Oh boy, so if I really wanted to lay flat, of course I could just flatten it out, put it between a couple books, put some weight to it. Alright, so I did that, and then I decided to see how it was, and it was making a difference. It was really making a difference. I thought, okay, but not as much. More's got to be better, right? And so I decided to try the black side, because I wanted to see if the color would run. It doesn't. How great is that? And this time I got the center and back with my heat tool. Okay, so I did this 3 times. Again, you could let these air dry, if you got patience. And so I did it 3 times. I want to show you the difference. All right, so here's just the doily where it bends down really easily. And here's one that I did the 3 times, and I'm not saying it won't bend down, but look, it bounces back. So this is going to be a lot better for our home decor items. We've got some more stiffness to it, so it's going to hold up better. I wouldn't do all this just for a card. I probably want it to just lay flat anyway, but on a home decor item, fantastic. 97-cent spray starch from the grocery store, and suddenly we have a much sturdier, beautiful doily. So let me show you my finished project. Here's my finished Haunt You Later Halloween mug. Didn't this turn out great? So just a couple more things to tell you. The Brewing Up Something Sweet, well, that came from the Stampin' Up! Sweet Haunting stamp set. And the gold cording wrapped around the handle, well, Rite Aid didn't do that. I did. And you'll also find that in the holiday catalog. And if you'd like to know the colors I used to color her, you'll find those listed with all the supplies underneath the video. So tomorrow I leave for the Founder's Circle vacation, where I'll be spoiled and treated. And so I wanted to have a special treat for you too. And so what I've done is I've designed several adorable and easy to make Halloween projects, and I've recorded videos. So come back to see what Halloween treat I have for you tomorrow. But that's not it. I also want to have a Founder's Circle special. And so to go along with my Halloween projects, I'm giving a sampling of all 12 of the patterns from the Happy Haunting Designer Series paper. So to get this, all you have to do is place your $50 or more product order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. My Founder's Circle special runs September 15th through September 21st, 2015. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, and place your $50 product order or more. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.